Hi, dear.
Hi. Come here often. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm David Bott,
And I'm Brenda.
and we're from OutsideOurBubble.com. We are a travel blog that's been in existence since 2008, and one of the big questions we get because we travel so much is, do we regret buying a large motorhome, a 40-foot plus motorhome?
Well, regret it in the sense that do you find it hard to find places to park? Or do you find it hard to navigate around, the country
To get places.
to get places?
Right. And the answer to that is no. We don't regret it one bit.
No.
Okay, so a few things that come to mind that we get asked about all the time, and that is, the coach is so large, can you not get into places? Sure, there are places you can't get into, but with that said, we have never not been able to get to a place that we wanted to get to visit.
Never not. Does that make sense?
Never not. Well, never not. I don't know if it makes sense or not, but you get my point. We've never not been anywhere we have wanted to be.
Well, in the sense of, okay, we want to go to this national park. Can we fit? Well, you may or you may not, depending on how old the park is. They may have a campground there that you may or may not fit into.
Because they might not have upgraded the sites. Let's face it, the government doesn't spend money on such things usually.
Yeah.
So while the national park system is wonderful as it is, and yes, there are places you cannot fit your motor coach.
And they're celebrating 100 years. Whoop, whoop.
100 years, national park. Any case, getting back on track.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can't fit into a national park itself, there's always somewhere outside the national park, another campground that you will be able to fit into.
Yeah, and let's face it, these small towns that surround the national parks, they rely on that tourism dollar. So if you're staying right in the national park, you may never ever venture outside of the national park, which, is up to you. But we like to frequent the little mom and pop places and talk to the locals and give them some of our dollars, so these little towns do survive.
Right. And the national park system, for as great as it is, you also have to remember there are state parks, county parks.
Our Corps of Army Engineers parks.
Right. So places like that, while they're not mainstream campsites, and therefore they may or may not have all the amenities, which is also important to some people.
Yeah.
But they also may not be able to fit. But if you're in an area that you want to visit, then I'm sure you'll be able to find something. We have never not had the issue. So the other thing that comes up is the road system. Have we ever not been able to reach somewhere, or have we had difficulty?
Well, the short answer is no. But you do have to be aware of your surroundings, and a few key things that help you get there are, we have a motor carrier's atlas, which is a big rig atlas for truckers that tell you low clearance bridges, weight restrictions, and it's super easy to read. It just highlights everywhere that you can go. So if you want to look at a particular route, just look in that and it'll take you there.
On the technical side, there's also GPSs that are made for truckers or RVers now, which you input the size and weight of your vehicle, and it will try to navigate you around obstacles that you may have in your path of where you're trying to get. However,
that being said,
the GPS nor the Atlas is smart enough to know, we haven't gotten there yet, that they just added 3 inches of asphalt to a road, and that 14.3 bridge is now 14 feet, and that, say, a half an inch can make for a very bad day.
Yeah, oops.
So in any case...
and no, we're not talking from experience.
No,
but we have seen it on Facebook, and
plenty
you know who you are.
Yes. So, any case, always watch for the signs. They're your best friends when traveling the roads, and yes, it's a big rig. It's harder to turn around if you have to, but come on, you can do it. We've never been into a situation yet that we have not been able to get out of or really caused us any issues whatsoever.
But speaking of signs, when you do get into a particular area, and let's face it, you're exploring, you're new to the area, you're not going to know the roads. You want to follow the trucker routes.
Yes.
You do not want to just go with the flow, because the trucker routes will take you around those low clearance bridges and weight restrictions. And let's face it, they'll take you around all the congestion too,
right,
which is a good thing.
So, basically what we're trying to drive home here is, if you're questioning buying a large rig and people have told you don't do it because you can't get into places, or you can't visit places, or you can't reach places because you won't be able to fit, we don't find that to be true.
Yeah.
We've never not been able to reach somewhere we wanted to reach, or gone to a place we have not wanted to go.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had an issue. We want to be comfortable, and 45 feet is our comfort zone.
Hey, let's face it, you buy what you want, okay?
Yeah.
Don't buy because you're afraid you won't be able to do something. Buy what you want. And in our case, we wanted the large motor coach. We wanted the space.
Yeah.
And we're living in it, so therefore we wanted to make sure we had something that, well, we wanted. We're comfortable. So if you're comfortable in a smaller motorhome, great. If you would rate a larger motorhome, great. But don't let the size deter you. Size matters
Yes.
to some people.
Size matters.
So, any case, let's just end this with, other than size matters, let's just end this with buy what you want. It's
Yeah.
important to be happy, and don't let the size of the coach deter you.
Yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell.
So I'm David Bott,
And I'm Brenda.
and we're from OutsideOurBubble.com, and we're asking you, when's the last time you got outside your bubble? That was good. Okay. And remember,
was short.
100 years of national park. Visit your national parks this year. It's a 100-year anniversary. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop. Did that work?
I think so.